Yesterday, 24 hours later, he does a 180 and he comes out and opposes the bill. And it surprised me, frankly. I think he's flat wrong. I think he's way off on this, and I've told him as much, and I've said it publicly and privately. I'm very consistent in that. But am I concerned about the effect of this on the midterms? I'm not. Let me tell you why. Because when the big, beautiful bill is done and signed into law, every single American is going to do better.
Oh, my God.
Not sure. Is every American going to do better? And what about Elon?
I guess that's what speakers have to do. I don't know. They have to put together big, horrible bill. A pork barrel bill. I mean, let me just be really clear here. This bill would never pass. When we served and we balanced the budget 4 years in a row, and actually ran a budget surplus for 2 years. Part of the reason why is these huge, massive bills never went through. Because what happens is when you have leadership working with the White House, any leadership, and they try to jam everything into one bill, there's so much in there that you're going to be shocked. We've seen it from everybody from Marjorie Taylor Greene being shocked that the AI forces basically were out and the lobbyists got it. So no states can do anything, can touch AI or regulate it at all for like a decade or so. And you have other people seeing pork barrel spending bills in there. We have a $37 trillion debt. And as Willie said, this adds $2.4 trillion more dollars to a debt that's going to already grow by $20 trillion over the next decade. That's unsustainable. That's going to lead to a fiscal meltdown. Jamie Dimon is right. That's going to lead to a bond meltdown. This isn't even a close call. This has nothing to do with politics. Nothing to do with politics. This is just pure, simple math. And it's as if these House Republicans who claim to be conservative, it's as if these House Republicans, they see a house on fire and they run to it. A $37 trillion debt. They run to it and they throw trillions of gallons of gasoline on the fire to have it explode. Specifically, $2.4 trillion worth of debt added on. No ideology. This is black and white. By the way, this is something that Democrats, my Democratic friends and Republican friends need to understand. The game is over. The gig is up. You can't keep kicking the can down the road. But that's exactly what this bill does. We can't afford it anymore, and we especially can't afford it, Willie, as you said. Adds $2.4 trillion to the debt, going to take 10, 11 million people off of insurance. So much of that is going to be gutting rural health care. When you gut Medicaid, you gut rural health care. So this is how bizarre things have gotten in Washington, D.C. Think about it. You have House Republicans who claim to be for the working man. House Republicans are going to gut rural health care to give tax cuts to the richest billionaires in Silicon Valley and Wall Street. Let me say that again, because nobody's doubting this. Everybody knows this. You talk to rural hospitals, you talk to any healthcare provider in rural America, they will tell you this bill will gut rural healthcare in the reddest of the red states. And for what? So billionaires in Silicon Valley, people running monopolies in Silicon Valley, and billionaires on Wall Street, hedge funders, so they can get even more tax cuts. The rich can get richer, and the poor just lose their health care, Willie. I'm sorry. I don't know where Mike Johnson thinks his members are going to be running over the next 2 years, but they're going to be running in red state America, where there are going to be a lot of people who are going to be hurt by this bill. They can call it a big, beautiful bill all they want to, but the fact is, this is a type of bill no conservative would ever vote for, ever. It's reckless, it's irresponsible, and it's a fiscal nightmare.
And people who've built their careers on being fiscal conservatives, on saying that we've got to shrink the size of government, and yet here you have $2.4 trillion. Republicans saying there are $1.3 trillion of cuts in this package over a decade. True, but there are also $3.7 trillion in lost revenue because of the tax cuts, as you just pointed out. The Wall Street Journal, meanwhile, this morning has some new reporting on that fraying relationship between two of the world's most powerful men, maybe the world's two most powerful men. According to that reporting,